Alright guys, name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today we are doing our Before You Summon for the brand new Future Gohan that is releasing tonight on the global side of the game. So if you're watching this today, the day that this video releases on my channel, Future Gohan should release at around 10:30 p.m. Pacific on the global version of the game. Now I already know I want to get two things out here before I actually hop into the content, because before you summon, we talk about the unit, we talk about the banner, we talk about the event, we talk about pretty much everything that kind of sort of comes along with the unit coming into the game, and then we discuss a little bit of team building towards the end of the video as well, taking a look at the category itself. So before I get into all that, one, I already know you've already went down there, you said don't spin your stones, save them for Broly, save them for Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. We don't know when they're coming, but they are inevitably coming. And I will also do a +1 on that. You get an upvote from me, because yes, if I'm going to recommend anyone to someone on this banner, it would be super difficult for me to do that, and I think they knew that. That's why they pushed up all these other units in front of this one. They pushed up the androids, they pushed up full power SSB for Goku, they pushed up this stuff to release prior to this one. It's probably saved this one to release so they could get it out there, get the release done, and then drop something super hot, super fire very, very soon, right? I made a whole video going into this just a couple days ago. You guys can click on it. I'll put a link to it at the end of this one that kind of sort of goes more in depth in my thoughts on this. But I think Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and Broly are dropping potentially on December 21st as part of a huge holiday celebration. And if not on that 21st, sometime before the end of January. So very, very soon. So I think that's why they saved this one and releasing it right now, as opposed to releasing all, you know, this before the androids, releasing this before full power SSB for Goku, releasing this, you know, before the big thank you celebration banner that is live still right now with LR Gogeta and LR Vegito. Number two, now that I've talked so freaking much already before we actually got into the real content of the video, but I do want to say this: we are on the road to 350,000 here on this channel. We have less than 25 days left in the year to hit that goal. We are less than like 12,000 away right now, or right at about 12,000. So if you're new to the channel, you want to join the hashtag NanoFam today, and want to see if we can crush this friggin' goal right now here on this channel, consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button and joining the hashtag NanoFam today. Let's actually hop into the real content of the video, which is talking about this new Future Gohan. He is the Future category lead. Category key +3, HP +130, defense and attack +170%. Now he does have a very similar category now, which a lot of people have sort of made themselves even write this guy off even more, which is the Time Travelers category with the brand new intelligence Goku Black, who a lot of people have deemed being a better category overall anyway, but we'll get to that towards the end of this video. Super attack is raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. Passive ability on this guy is attack +100%, raises defense by up to 100%. The less HP remaining, the greater the defense boost, and damage received -10% at the start of turn, up to 50%. So basically every time he comes back, he's going to boost his damage received minus by another 10%, caps itself out at 50. Links to this guy are Golden Warrior, All in the Family, Super Saiyan, Experienced Fighters, Dismal Future, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and fits in the Hybrid Saiyans and Future Saga categories. Pretty awesome unit in and of himself. Pretty legitimate, like, good unit by himself. His category is what kind of sort of holds him back. Very much so defensive unit though. He does very much so focus on the more defensive side. You're not going to see like any sort of crazy numbers from him. He does get that, you know, raises attack and defense for 1 turn within his own sort of super attack. He also gives himself attack +100%. But when it comes down right to it, you're not going to see like just crazy numbers. Some of the numbers we've gotten sort of used to seeing from him, but he is a very tanky and defensive unit. Will help you a ton if you have him once you hop into the actual Super Battle Road for Hybrid Saiyans, or if they ever make one for Future Saga or anything like that, or if you haven't beat Super Fizz yet, this guy may help you do that. So taking a look really quick before we hop into the actual banner at the LR Future Trunks, because yes, this new sort of update is dropping with it the Prime Battle for Future Trunks, which it is another 777 medal grind. If you've done the one for LR Goku, if you've done the one for LR Frieza, you will be familiar with what this one takes to unlock him and to get him good to go. But he is the free-to-play Future Saga category key +3, HP attack defense +70%. He has, of course, 2 super attacks. He has his burning attack, which is 12 to 17 key, which causes causes colossal damage to, too many C's there, I guess. Causes colossal damage to the enemy. He also then has his 18 key plus, which is Change the Future, which greatly raises his attack for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. Apparently I can't talk right now. I sat down to film this video and I'm just like sitting here botching all these words. Passive ability on this guy are attack plus 25,000 at the start of turn. Here's what holds him back for a lot of sort of events outside of SBR is key plus 8 and attack plus 20, attack and defense plus 20,000 when facing 2 or more enemies, right? So this man was totally built with the idea that he would be taken in probably into SBR versus doing a lot of other things with him, because when taking on Dokkan Festival, there's so many of those fights that you never take on more than 1 enemy, right? So his kit is very much so geared towards more of the SBR side of things, because also in Battlefield, you only take on 1 enemy, right? So very much so SBR oriented. Still doesn't do bad though. I will definitely say the attack plus 25,000 at start of turn is still not the worst thing ever, and you can still see decent numbers from this guy because he's free to play. You can rainbow him out pretty easily, and he's not bad at all. Links in this guy are Messenger from the Future, Super Saiyan, Cold Judgment, Royal Lineage, Dismal Future, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. Fits on the Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, and the Time Travelers category. So if you get him ready right now and you plan on summoning for that Intelligence Goku Black, that is absolutely incredible. Coming at probably a much better time on Global, right? Because on JP right now, we know that Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and Broly are imminent at some point, and he's out right now. So of course, it is probably better for the Global side because you'll probably already have your Blue Gogeta, your Broly, or whatever, and then Intelligence Goku Black will come out like later in like February, March, April, something like that, and you'll kind of be over that sort of hump, and you'll be good to go. But this guy is a very awesome Prime Battle. Looks great. Super attacks look great. All of that. So we're up into the banner. Let's talk about the actual event you'll need to take on to Dokkan Awaken your Future Gohan if you get him, as well as the Future 18 and Future 17 that we'll be talking about in just a second that are on the banner to summon. Basically, it's 4 stages. You take on his non-SSJ Future form for the first stage, which is a physical fight. I will definitely note one thing about this event. His defense is incredibly high through the whole thing. And then once you get to the final fight, it's a whole different story. So first fight though is against his physical state, his free-to-play one. Second fight is against his tech state, so the tech SSR that's been in the game for like 2.5 years now. Again, not a ton of health on this guy, just really high defense. Your damages, your attacks that may usually do 1 to 2 million, probably going to be doing more to like 500,000 to like 800,000 now, like for real. Don't be surprised when you see critical hits do less than 1 million because this guy's defense is so high. Third stage, you take on his Dokkan Awaken physical form. Last stage, you take on his fully Dokkan Awaken form, and every turn he gets his defense higher and higher and higher. So you will do lower and lower and lower damage subsequently. So you want to try and take him out as quickly as you can. But again, your normal attacks that would do crazy amounts won't do as much here. And really the only units that have the benefit of sort of getting rid of his defense buff are the Future 18 and 17. These days though, you know, you could take in a strength team and probably still wreck this event for the most part. You're just not gonna see crazy numbers each turn. Not bad event though. Taking a look at the actual banner. The banner itself was very good at the time. I remember really hoping to get super lucky on this banner, and I don't think I got either 2 of the units that I was really wanting to go for, outside of course the brand new Future Gohan. So as you can see there, that AGL 18, Physical 17 are both of the units that get Dokkan Awakens from this event coming to the global side. Their Awakens are okay. They're not anything to really go crazy about. Their card art though looks pretty great, but other than that, they're okay. At least they got Dokkan Awakens though. At least they were thought of, right? Kind of sort of thought that SR Zamasu would get a Dokkan Awaken from the new Goku Black event, and then it didn't. I was kind of surprised by that. Very surprised by that actually. The Future Gohan though, we've already talked about him a ton in this video. Great unit. That strength. Future Trunks. Yes, that is actually Future Trunks. You can run that alongside the LR Trunks. That strength one right there actually Dokkan Awakens. When we talk about him again in just a second, when we talk team building. The Tech VB, awesome unit. If you use him, don't probably run him on this category. He doesn't have PFB. This category is especially if you want to run him alongside the new Gohan, he doesn't have PFB. He has over in a flash. So realistically speaking, the LRVB, at least for this particular team, is probably going to be your better bet, because this man is probably gonna, I don't think there's another unit on the Future Saga category, at least that you're going to want to take, that has over in a flash to link up with him. So like you're gonna sit there constantly with him only at 6 key, and you're gonna constantly need to get him 6 key to do much. So it is a great banner if you intend on just wanting to try and get Tech VB for the many other teams that can be ran on, right? Like that's why I'm just saying Future Saga. Like he's still, I'm not downplaying him. He's amazing. He's one of the best units on this banner, if not the best unit on this banner. He actually, what am I saying? He is the best unit on this banner. It's just him and within the Future Saga, not as great as you would want it to be, especially since it gets attack plus 170%. Anyway, and then of course the SSJ3 Bardock, absolute standout unit on this particular banner. When we first saw this banner and I saw that, oh wait, there's the new unit, there's Tech VB, and there's SSJ3 Bardock, all 3 units that I can need, all 3 top tier Dokkan Fast units, yes please. And then I ended up getting a Tech VB or an SSJ3 Bardock, and I think I have 1 Future Gohan. I think that's all I've ever pulled is the 1 Future Gohan. So all these units come back on other banners, so it's definitely not something that is absolutely terrible to not go in on this banner at all. But of course, I know some of you will hop in on it, and you know what? Feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. Come back to this video, tag me at Nanogenix on Instagram, Twitter, all of that, if you guys do hop in. But as I said at the beginning, as I've said in many videos, I highly recommend you save all of your stones. Even if you're someone that goes in each banner, you buy the cell stones, you buy enough to do, you know, 4, 5, 6 multis, I would totally hold off the urge right now. I just like feel it in my gut that even if we don't get Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and Broly on the 21st of December, we're gonna get something hot, man. We're gonna get something really hot. So I would not. You can totally curb your enthusiasm to do this, would do it. All right, I would do it. Alrighty guys, let's talk a little bit of team building here. This is the last bit of it. That's the full category on your screen. You might be saying to yourself, this looks a lot like other categories, and that's because it is very similar to other categories. You are probably going to have a rotation with a form of Goku Black and a form of another Goku Black or Merge Zamasu. More than likely, at least one of your rotations. If you're wanting to sort of deal out a decent amount of damage, because again, this is a category that does get 170% to attack. So you're going to see some really good numbers from units in this category. For me personally, I think I typically run, whenever I do get to run this, which let me tell you, the Future Gohans are super scarce on the JP side. It's very hard to find them. But when I do get to run it, I typically, I'm going to be at 1,000 with you guys. I haven't finished the Trunks yet. It's just, on the weekends are crazy for me, right? Like, life has been insane lately with a kid, wife, friends, family, all of that. Now that Trunks is only available on weekends for me, and it's always on Saturdays, which is when I'm the absolute busiest, I haven't got to finish this Trunks yet. We're going to talk about that in a sec. But for me, I typically run a Future Gohan with the LRVB now, because now I got LRVB. I've tried him a couple times on Future Saga. He's not bad, right? He's got PFB, which he shares with the Future Gohan, and on top of that, he's so self-sufficient with his ki. That sort of makes him the better option over the tech one. And then my other rotation is the STR Rose with the LR Rose Goku Black and Zamasu, and then I kind of float like a Merge Zamasu or something like that, because there's not really any good key supports on it. Well, there is now, but there isn't on global, because that AGL Mai that's in this sort of category eventually gets a Dokkan Awaken and gives all allies key +3. But until then, no real good support units for this category. So you're pretty much just self-reliant on them hopefully having good links. You know, you getting your STR Rose with something that was, you know, your Merge Moss and stuff like that, and you got a good rotation. Then there is one sort of plus to global side, is that physical Goku Black that fits onto this team does give extreme class allies key +3, so that's not a bad sort of setup. But what I was going to say is one of the cool rotations you could do on this, because again, more than likely, if you have them, the AGL Rose, the physical Goku Black, you know, you're probably going to have a Goku Black rotation of some form. But the other thing you could do is if you have LR Trunks, you farm up this new LR Future Trunks, they can be ran together on the same rotation, and it's not a terrible rotation at all. They link up pretty well, as one would imagine. They deal out pretty decent damage, they boost each other pretty well, and it's not a bad rotation. And then you probably would run like a Goku Black rotation with a Trunks rotation and float your Gohans and maybe like a Merge Zamasu or something like that. So that's about what your team's going to look like with this, which again, it's going to be a full rotation that is very similar to like ROG, you know. So anyway, the team itself, not terrible, but I feel like, in my own opinion, as now I've run Time Travelers and I've also run a little bit of this team, I still say I think I like Time Travelers better. I just think it links up better. I think there's just more options there, and so I think Time Travelers just outweighs this one. But if you're a Gohan fan, you want to run this category, you're a Gohan fan, whatever, I know you're probably going to go in on this anyway. So anyways, that is today's Before You Summon. I know this one was a little weird. I still treated it the same, but I know, like, this is probably the least hype banner of all year. And again, I think that they put it that way because they knew people didn't. They probably saw the numbers from the JP side, saw that it was a very low selling banner, probably the lowest of the entire year. I can't really think of another banner that would even come close to this little of hype. That's probably why they saved him for right now before they drop just something insane on the 21st of December or sometime later this month or sometime in January. So I'm sure this was completely done on purpose. This is probably a full-on just like thing that they're holding out for, you know, whatever. So that's why they got all that other stuff before it, as I said earlier in the video. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys still enjoyed the Before You Summon. There's still a lot of story information to be thrown on there. Try to give my opinion on everything and all of that. Like I said, I do like this unit. I think this unit is awesome. I think he's incredibly slept on. I think that he's so held back by his leader ability, and people don't look at what he offers within his passive and his super tech and everything else. So there's that. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Keep on keeping on. As I said earlier in the video, if you're new to the channel, we are on the road to 350,000 before the end of 2018. Consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button, and joining the hashtag NanoFam today. Consider slapping the like button if you found it helpful, fun, whatever it might be. Consider slapping that like button. But guys, as I said, have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenix sign off, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.